How's it going, everybody? Thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to be trying out Starbucks French Roast. Alright, so these are going to be in K-Cups, so I don't know what the grind on this is going to be, but I'm assuming the people at Starbucks know the proper grind that we're going to be running this through. Let me read you the story of the French Roast. Muted with oil, the tumbling beans become eerily silent. A master roaster watches, knowing that if he pushes them a second too long, they will burst into flames. White smoke hangs down as the glistening beans turn ebony. This is French roast, and you can't roast it any darker. You can roast it a little bit darker. Straightforward, light body with low acidity, and immensely popular since 1971. Our darkest roast is adored for its intense smokiness. Alright, so just a few things to point out in here. When it says muted with oil, all that's telling you is that when you dark roast something right around that 14 to 15 minute mark in the roaster, the oils of the beans start coming up. And I guess what they're saying is that coating makes it sound quieter than when the beans first go in. So in general, darker roasted beans are going to be more oily than lighter roasted beans. The second thing I seen in there was can't roast any darker. You can roast it darker. And then the last thing is about the low acidity. So most of the time when you're talking about acidity, you got to imagine maybe eating like a strawberry. It's very sweet, but you get that acidity at the same time. When you roast something on the darker side, you really get rid of all of its inherited taste from whatever country it's from. You basically just roast it to death. However, for a coffee like this, which is most likely made of blended beans, that's not so much of a big deal because it's not a single origin or single estate type of coffee. So even if you had a lighter roast, the most you could say is, oh yeah, I like coffees from Latin America or Africa. So I think for these purposes, darker roasted coffees are okay for blends, but if you get down to your estate coffee, single estate, you really want to try to back off a little bit because once you start to dark roast them, you lose all of that inherent flavor and you're basically just wasting your money. And it looks like on the box here it says use 8-ounce setting, which is fine. I normally go with 8 ounces or 10 ounces. And of course, this is going to be 100% Arabica beans. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's have a look at this oil just floating right on the top there. It's like this beautiful, aromatic, chewy, scented oil waiting to be devoured. Look at that. And here's a look at just how crazy dark this coffee is. Check that out. Oh, it's like mud, guys. Oh, that's going to be a nice dark roast. Let's give this a taste. So this is probably at around 145 to 150 degrees now. Let me give you one last look at that. Wow. Darkness, everybody, darkness. Let's give it a smell. Man, that smells like Starbucks when you walk in there. If you like Starbucks, you like your stuff roasted on the darker side. It's definitely smoky. You get that nice roasted smell. A lot of the deep caramelization that you get when you go into the darker roasts. Smells heavy. A lot of earthy smells. Let's give it a taste. Man, there's such a deep, rich smell. Nice earthy flavor. Nice smooth. Coats the tongue well. Nice body. I would say a light body to medium body, not too heavy. You can feel the oils in the mouth. Tastes real rounded. Smooth and silky. You can taste that caramel in there and the earthiness. And you can taste that smoke. Man, can you tell that smoke. The smoke is so prevalent. That's all over the taste. Like once you get into your mouth, it kind of wraps around your mouth with the silkiness and the smokiness. And of course, it's bitter, but not bitter to a point where it's like gross bitter. It's a pleasant bitter, if that makes any sense. Like a baker's chocolate bitter. It's still chocolatey, but bitter at the same time. If you like dark roast, try the Starbucks French roast. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.